Hi guys, welcome to the channel. So we haven't had really like a good video. It's been a really odd day because my dad's been moving the bus inside so we can take more bits off so we don't have to keep moving it. So I'm gonna go ask my dad random questions that you guys have been asking us on YouTube, and I'm gonna go ask him at random times. Hey Dad.
What are you doing?
Somebody on YouTube asked us, why do you even bother?
So what, some days I don't know why I bother. Why do I bother? What with? The bus?
Yeah.
Because, as a true Yorkshireman that wasn't born in Yorkshire, I don't like to spend money. This was cheap. We don't have council tax, we've got no rent, we've got no mortgage to pay, we've not got a gas bill, electric bill, stupid other bills that you have to pay when you live in a house. So this gives us the opportunity to build stuff like this. I think that's why I bother. Plus it keeps me out of trouble. It keeps my hands busy and my mind thinking and learning new skills. That's what I should be telling the kids. It's learning your new skills that you won't learn going out drinking all the time.
So obviously for the past couple of months you've been seeing us filming it right there, and since as we've been we're going to start taking lots more off the bus, we need to move it inside so we can just leave it inside and not waste time about moving it. So let me show you where it is. So now we are going to be filming in here and taking stuff off the bus in here, so we don't have to keep moving it in and out. Hey Dad!
Yes, Phoebe!
Somebody asked us, where can you find a bus for around 5 or 6 grand?
Lots of places. Buses are relatively cheap when they come to end of life with services, as in bus services. The one thing you've got to be wary of is if you're buying cheap, expect to fix it like this. There's a coach that is the facelift to this. It's 2 years newer, sat currently in the Barnsley scrapyard, and he wants 12 grand for it. This was 2.5 grand. But it has problems. You can pick up a good service bus for 2-3 grand somewhere. A nice Olympian, 2-3 grand, but it's going to want work. Places to find a marketplace is always good. Bus preservation groups sometimes have buses that owners wanting to offload. Where else? eBay, I guess, is another good one as well. But I would say if you're going to own a bus, you need to know a bit about buses before you dive in, because if you don't, it becomes very difficult when you need to find parts, when you need to do work on them. So we obviously owned a bus before this, and we're part of the White Rose Bus Group, and we're surrounded by people that know what they're talking about, or know someone that does know what they're talking about. So I think it's important that if you are considering buying a bus to live on or convert, you've got some knowledge and you go and go and talk to other owners about owning the bus and what are the pitfalls for it, because sometimes you do need deep pockets, sometimes you don't. Just depends what's gone wrong with it. But yeah, definitely get some advice. I've gone off topic here a little bit, but you can get them cheap. Barnsley scrapyard, I've always got buses that are wanting to sell that aren't scrappers. But make sure, I think you're going to spend some time with bus people and understand what actually goes into them to maintain them and keep them road worthy.
Dad!
Yes, Phoebe?
Somebody on YouTube asked us, is the Darkness tour bus ever going to get finished?
Oh, of course. Look at it. It's now got real metal on the back. Solid metal. It's not even welded in yet, it's just tacked in place. But yes, the bus will be finished. This project will get finished one way or another. It will see the road again, even if I have to put more blood and sweat and tears into it. This bus will be finished. Simple reason being, I'm too far invested in it now not to be. I don't like not finishing projects, so it's the bus that Nicole wants. I like driving it. The kids like the layout of it and the space they've got. So naturally this is the next sort of bus size up from the fleet line. And as the kids get bigger like you need more space and a second bathroom. So yes, this is definitely needed, and yes, it will be finished. Just don't ask me when.
Mom?
Yeah?
Somebody on YouTube asked us, how do you put up with Dad?
How do I put up with Dad?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just, it's been, 14 years? So, it's just my norm now. And alcohol. Lots and lots of alcohol.
Hey Dad,
Yes. Oh, always when I'm at the right moment, you don't you? What's the next question, Phoebe?
Okay.
Right, go on then.
So next question.
Oh, I'm here.
So the next question is.
Yeah.
Somebody asked us which Arctic welder are we using.
So we're using the MIG, well not this very second, but we're using the MIG 181. Now, Artec very kindly gifted us this, and it's amazing for me because I never welded before, and I've took to it quite well. We've got this on very well. Now, Cliff's used it, James, who's a fabricator, has used it, Steph, who's got a bus here, has used it, and they all like it. They all say it's a really good welder. And it's given off good results with just very little practice. I think the ease of use for it is the settings. You put in what thickness wire you're using, what thickness metal you're welding up, and press go, and it's done. Like, you can't go far wrong with it. So it's going to be very useful for doing this, finishing this off, because it's going to need a lot more welding at some point.
Dad.
Yes, Phoebe.
Somebody wants to know if we are homeschooled or just go to like normal school.
Well, what do you do, Phoebe?
I go to school.
Yeah, so the kids go to school. So during the week, we're very much based in and around South Yorkshire. We have a van / a car that we can use to get to and from school and to work. And then holidays like this week, 1/2 term, we just disappear and park new different places. Now, 2 reasons why the kids aren't homeschooled. One, we tried it during COVID and never again. Secondly, there's 3 reasons. Secondly, Poppy and Luna get a lot of extra support at school, which is important for them. And thirdly, I and Nicole think it's very important that the kids go to school, because as much as we live this lifestyle and everyone's happy doing it, the kids love it, I don't want to take their education away from them at the minute and then they resent it later in life. So Phoebe wants to go and do things at university at 6 from comp. She's going to the comp that she wants, and then she's going to be doing the subjects there that she wants, and they do the extracurricular things that she wants to do as well. So I think it's important that the kids get what they want from it as much as I get out of doing the bus thing as well. So yeah, that is the reason why they still go to school. Do you like school though, Phoebe?
Yeah.
Do you?
Well, it's not the best thing, but I like it.
You like it? That's good.
The best lesson is probably PE.
PE. Why do you like PE?
Best
I don't know.
Why are you still looking at me? Turn it around on you.
The best. The best.
It's because I like playing football and sports, so that's why I like
I
PE.
like science.
And you like science, Poppy?
Yeah.
Yeah? Why do you like science?
Because it's really fun.
Yeah? Do some fun
They
things.
more like robots.
Blow robots. There you go. So yeah, can I get back on with some work now?
Yeah.
Lovely.
You 3. No, you 4. What are your favourite biscuits?
Mine is bonbons,
AKA bourbons.
ginger nuts,
Okay.
and Dodgers.
Yours, Mum?
Mine's a jammy dodger. And what's
Okay.
yours, Phoebe?
So mine is also a ginger biscuit. So I'm going to go ask Dad now. Dad,
Yeah.
what is your favourite biscuit?
My favourite biscuit, chocolate Orty biscuits, my fitties specifically, expensive ones.
The ones that are about £1.50.
$1.95 I think they are, Pat, now.
Wow, that's expensive.
That's it.
Dad,
Yes, Phoebe.
somebody on YouTube asked us,
Yeah.
how do you stay focused on such a big build?
I don't. No, it's difficult because at the minute, because we need to make sure we get this roadworthy and make sure it's safe to be on the road, it's sort of very bitty. So I'm sort of doing 6 different things at once, which is very much like my life. So a bit of everything, keeping my mind busy. This one has got more of a structured plan that we know exactly where things are going and how we're going to do it and what things are made out of. I think because we've built one already, we know roughly what we want and what we don't want. So there is sort of a plan, but there's not. Was it to keep motivated as well, was that a question?
Yeah.
Keeping motivated. I'm very much on a unmotivated day today, but we've been productive, but I'm very unmotivated. I think it's just got to be in the right mindset to do it. Now I'm back inside, I know I can crack on. Gives me motivation to come up tomorrow and crack on, start stripping some more stuff off and do a bit more welding. So I think it's just keep it going. YouTube comments help. We get really nice comments and advice on people giving different options. It helps, it keeps me going, it keeps me motivated to do it. And that's one of the reasons why I do put it on YouTube. Just because I do like to hear what people are saying, and people have had some really good ideas and advice that we've actually used on the bus.
Hey Dad,
Yes, Phoebe.
somebody wants to know if we are going to Van Life Festival. If so, which bus are we going on?
Yes, we are going to Fan Life Festival this year, again. and it will be the green bus because this is not in a fit state to get there. It might be slightly further on, but I don't think you'll have MOT to drive it there. I'd love to take it, but to get this towed from here to the Fan Life Festival, I'm looking probably in excess of £1,000 each way, which I don't have that sort of money. So no, this bus will be staying here. Unless someone wants to pay for it to come, by all means knock your socks off, I'll bring it. But no, it'll be the green one this year, and then hopefully next year this one will be in some sort of state to be able to come down.
Dad.
Whoa, yeah?
Somebody wants to know what are we doing once we finish this purple bus and what we're going to do with the green bus.
Cool. So once this bus is finished and we are living on this one, the green one will come here and be parked up and kept in storage. Good thing with the Fleet line, it's got a Gardner 6 LXB engine in it. No computers, no turbos, no sensors. Just simple, proper mechanical engine. This, cables. Sensors, lots of stuff, yeah, that can go wrong. So having the green one as a reserve is like having a second bedroom, I guess, at your house. So say your bedroom flooded, you can move into the spare bedroom. That'll be our spare house. If this needs to go in for work, if it needs MOT work, we can jump into that one. I also want to keep the green one, and we won't change it to anything else. We'll keep it as that because I think when we go to some of the events, it's nice to go in something a little bit older, a bit more quirky than a coach that you see anywhere and everywhere. So yeah, we'll be keeping both, and yeah, running both because it's still cheaper than living in the house.
Well, I don't think anybody's bedroom's going to get flooded.
Maybe, you never know. People's bedrooms will get flooded. I flooded the bus the other day.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
In last week's video.
Oh yeah. Another question I get asked a lot as a kid is that do I like living on the bus? Yes, I do. It's given me so much more freedom and confidence. My parents are a lot more chill because I don't have to worry about council tax and like rent because we don't have any rent, and I don't think we have any council tax, but I'm not sure because I'm not the person who knows that. So yeah, and we go to festivals and it just gives me so much more freedom. I get to go talk about kids who also live on like vehicles, and yeah, so that's given me a lot more freedom. And second of all, I've had so much more confidence because I've been on the news like a couple of times. So yeah. Dad.
Yes, Phoebe.
Now, next question is,
yeah.
What's the most expensive part of living on a classical bus?
Classic bus.
Yeah.
The most expensive thing on a day-to-day is fuel, but that's our biggest expense. So obviously fuel for the diesel heater in the winter, fuel for moving the bus around, oils, that sort of thing. So that is the most expensive thing. If something goes wrong, the issue you have with something that's old like that is some parts aren't available, so you'd have to get them refurbished or manufactured from new. You have to pay someone to make something, touch something. We've not had that. We've been very lucky. The bits that have gone wrong in it, we've managed to find. Clutch cylinder went on, well, the throttle master cylinder went at Yorkshire Wildlife Park a couple of years ago. That was actually a mini part, master clutch cylinder for a mini, which was £15. Someone managed to bring me one down, and then obviously we got another one back for them. So in terms of pricing, it's good value till it goes wrong, but definitely fuel. And it's always just having knowing people that can help you with spares and bits and bobs you might need along the way.
Dad.
Yes, Phoebe.
I've got another question from YouTube.
What's the question?
So the other question from YouTube is, can we get on the campsite?
Yes. Now, sometimes it takes a little bit of pre-planning, like phoning ahead and explaining what it is. But campsites that we've been to, and there's not many we've been to, have never had a problem taking us. So Houghton Lodge down in Rotherham, always been fantastic with us. Haxey, I think Haxey, isn't it? Yeah, Haxey.
Yeah, it's Haxey.
I forget the name of the campsite. Well, actually, yeah, Haxey.
Yeah.
Haxey, it is Haxey, isn't it? Yeah. Haxey, they've been to a few of their events, been on the campsite there, stayed for a week afterwards. A fantastic site, both family run. There's other sites, we talked to other bus lifers that are doing sites as well. They never have a problem, tend to find the RV pictures or park it wherever you want are the best ones to go to. So yeah, it can be done, don't be put off by the size of it. Size doesn't really matter most of the time.
As long as you like talk to the person about it.
Talk to them. Just talk to people. The thing I've learned the most about living on the bus is just talking to people. Tell them what you do, see how they can help you. Obviously help works both ways. I'm happy to help anyone out, and I do help people out, but talking to people and understanding how things work is sometimes the best thing you can do, because it opens up your mind to new opportunities.
Thank you for watching my video. I've also edited this, so I hope you like, and also I hope this has answered some of your questions that you've commented down below. And if you want any more questions answering, don't forget to comment them down below. And next week we will be back on the Darkness tour bus, and don't forget to come on the next video, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you on the next one.